This is Pod Populi, podcast for the people.
Welcome to Speak on the Loop.
Welcome, you guys. It's good to be here. I feel like I'm a kid again, you know, where like you started something or somebody started without you and then you weren't quite ready. And then you're like, wait, but I wasn't ready yet. We have to start over.
To be ready. Nope, we're doing this. We're doing this. Hi, Miss Sandra. How are you?
I'm great. I might have something between my teeth, but that's okay.
Oh, okay. What do you eat?
And I'm drinking tea and it's
nice.
pouring down over here in Arizona. I just got home. It's good.
Yeah, you must be so happy.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen very often. Rain in Arizona.
No,
right?
It doesn't. I almost kind of want to show you, but now that we're set up here, let's not test it.
We're good. I take your word for it. I've seen rain before.
Really? You don't say.
Yeah, you don't say it. We had a hailstorm here on Monday.
Well, I wasn't going to show just you, Christina. I was going to show everybody else also listening.
Sorry,
everybody.
Yes, sorry, everyone that's listening and watching. But no, you have rainstorm. We had a hailstorm to a point where everything was white on Monday. It was insane. It was like this big slices of hail all over.
That's nuts.
It was crazy.
And then I saw the picture you put up of all the fall colors right now. Oh my gosh.
It's insane. It looks like a puzzle.
Yeah.
It
probably is a
puzzle. Right.
I mean, it probably is. You could find that landscape.
Yeah, exactly. It should be a puzzle cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, everything's good. It's been a busy week. I can't believe it's Friday. Time is flying by so fast.
I know.
And, it's just been a busy week. You know, I'm knee deep in this Rich Dad International Publishing, and it has been a beast, but I think I've wrapped my arms around it. So I think I'm caught up. And,
good for you.
And and I've gone through emails. I mean, I cleaned up emails to probably, I would say June. I went all the way back to June just to make sure that everything was good. But then everything else after June, I just put in a folder saying before my time because there's no point. There's no point of me trying to go through it, because if they don't get an answer, they would have emailed us a long time ago, meaning they emailed us over and over.
Yeah.
There were emails in this, and that's not how I don't know how you do with your inbox, but my inbox, every night that I go to bed, my inbox is empty. I've taken care of every single thing that's in my inbox. I might have put it in an action box, but my inbox is always empty.
Yeah, I don't operate like that. I have a different system.
So today I put emails, probably 6, 8, 10,000 emails back all the way to 2019 into a folder called before my time.
Right.
Because I don't want to delete them, obviously, because it's obviously stuff that I'm going to need going forward. But yeah.
I do use that trick for my personal email when I've cleaned out. So I do a folder when I'm cleaning out my personal email.
Yeah.
And I kind of get to a point where I'm like, everything else, I'm just going to put in an old kind of file.
Right.
And then if I haven't needed it in, 3-4 months, then I just delete it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I actually need to do that again because I'm running out of storage.
Right.
Like
you shouldn't have to.
I know.
No.
You shouldn't have to pay.
There's a cool app, and you have 7 days free trial, but it's a cool app, and it duplicates all your duplicate photos. It cleans up your spam. It cleans up your shop. It's called Cleanup.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty darn good, actually. I mean, I used it and it wasn't bad at all. So
really?
Yeah. I did a 7-day trial and I just deleted like crazy and merged photos that are identical and stuff like that. So, so that's been my week. It's been crazy. I'm actually going to dinner. We have one more restaurant in our little town.
One more? How many? Does that make it a total of 4? A total of 2?
No, 3. Sorry. 2 Mexicans and 1 kind of American. So, yeah.
And does that include the corn dog stand?
No, and they're closed for the season. They just had their last day last Saturday. So they're not back until spring. I know.
Very seasonal.
It is very seasonal. I did find out though that they're opening a Thai sushi restaurant in Alpine, which is about 20, 30 minutes away from us.
Okay.
And I'm very excited about that because they come from the restaurant. The main restaurant is in Jackson Hole, which is Jackson Teton Thai, so it's called Teton.
Oh, that's cute.
Amazing Thai food. And they are doing a satellite restaurant in Alpine. And do you remember when you came to Wyoming and we had the crab feast? There was a couple, and I don't know if I introduced you to him, but his name is Bob and his wife, Nancy, and they own the horses across the street. They own the house across the street from Mike, my dear Mike.
I don't think you introduced me, but we've talked about them before. Okay. Yep.
I think it's his daughter that is going to run the restaurant. So I definitely need to go support her because they're good people. So,
yeah.
Anyway, but tonight's Mexican. It's a new Mexican restaurant. So we're going to go try the Mexican. We're going with our dear friends, Mike and Marlene. And I always enjoy hanging out with them. So it'd be fun. Yeah.
So not Mike the vet.
Not Mike the vet tonight. No, it's Mike and Marlene Dugan from Maryland. So,
okay.
Yep. So,
okay.
Yep. But Mike will hang out with this weekend. We're still working on the house. We're trying to figure out the greenhouse. I
was going to ask, how's the greenhouse going?
I saw a new greenhouse a couple of days ago because I picked up free windows from a darling woman. More windows, believe it or not.
How many more windows do you need?
That's a good question. But she had the most amazing greenhouse I've ever seen. And instead of making it with pallets, she made it with cinder blocks and 2x4s. And it's like a structure. And it was the most perfect greenhouse. So I told Jeff, that's what I want. Might change. I don't think we're going to be able to build our greenhouse before winter because winter is like next week. So winter's coming. So we're going to collect everything that we need and then just, have it so that it's ready for spring. But we are putting stuff in our shipping container and I bought paint for it. So I'm painting the outside of our shipping container to match the rest of the house and the garage. So I'm going to be spray painting like professional paint spray. I'm borrowing one from a neighbor and I'm actually going to spray paint the 40-foot shipping container that we have.
What color is it now?
It's grayish. So, which is not bad, but I'd like for it to just meld in like mold. That's the wrong word.
Yeah. But you just want it to kind of melt in? No.
Yeah, melt in, I think. Yeah.
No, you don't say melt in. You just want it to
blend in. My God, we can't even speak.
Blend in. Jeez.
Blend in. Holy moly.
No.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, anyway, so it's going to be projects this weekend again, which is fine. We really enjoy it. And it's been warm today. It was I think it was like 78 degrees here today. So it was warm today. And I'm still picking strawberries, which is kind of unreal. So, yeah.
Well,
anyway, how was your week? Did your boss man come home?
He did.
Safely?
He did. He made it home safely, resting up.
Right.
And doing pretty well, all things considered. He's such a trooper.
Right.
Yep. So
good.
Now, just, on to the next, right? That's how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, it was a very successful trip. Sorry. I knew this was going to happen.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's why you should turn your phone off.
Yeah, I know. Well, I usually do, but I came in hot.
Yes.
Really hot today. I was on the road. Yeah.
Actually, not literally because it was raining. So it's not that hot in Phoenix today.
I came in cold. Yeah.
Came in cold and hot on two wheels.
Yeah.
We have a very short window of opportunity to do our podcast today. So,
yeah.
So I know we talked about this last time, but I do want to mention that we did start a YouTube channel. So the videos that you and I are doing here now, we're going to start posting them on our YouTube channel, Sweets on the Loose. So for those that are listening, if you're interested to see the good, the bad, and the ugly, really, we have good days and bad days. We have started to post, I have started to post the videos on YouTube. So
Thank you,
Go
Christina.
check it out. Yeah, it's actually fun.
Cool. And I have a little bit of a topic today.
Okay.
So was it on one of the episodes that we talked about how I kind of live in the self-help aisle and
Yes.
you don't?
I think you say that every time we talk about a new podcast.
Okay. Well, only because, so I was in a yoga class yesterday and
Okay.
had like a minor epiphany, which I often have little minor epiphanies.
You do, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of them, it just kind of hit me. It was like, this whole thing about self-love, the topic of self-love, this is so weird how it just kind of landed on me in the middle of whatever pose I was in. I'm like, I'm feeling good. Like I feel happy in my body, happy with my spirit, happy with just kind of who I am. And it just occurred to me that that's really self-love, right?
Yeah.
And it only took me 50 years to get here. So, so there's that. So then I thought, this is interesting. I'm going to ask some of the younger generations. Yeah. Wow. For those of you who are not watching, I just got like celebratory little hats.
I'm so excited for you.
Okay.
Awesome.
Did you do that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Just
Anyway.
for you. Thanks. Welcome.
So, yeah. So yay me, self-love, self-acceptance. I thought I was going to ask some of the younger generation, the people in and out of my house. And I asked a teenager who comes in and out of here fairly often.
Yep.
Here's what I asked them.
Well, this is fun.
Yeah. I was going to go one step further on this, but this is as far as I got.
Okay.
So, well, actually not. It's a little more. So hang in there with me. I asked them what self-love meant to them.
Okay.
And the person responded, self-love is valuing your needs and boundaries over other things in your life, prioritizing yourself and knowing what's best for you in certain situations. It's taking time to know yourself and what you need most.
How old is this person?
Teenager.
Wow.
Yep.
I am blown. Did you know?
No.
Yourself
like I said, I am 50.
Wow.
And this hit, So then I thought, you know what? Is this an American thing? This is so then I asked a friend in Sweden.
Yeah.
Because I kind of was curious about what this is in Sweden and also the younger generation in Sweden, if we're going to compare apples to apples kind of thing.
Okay. Yep.
And so I asked a friend to ask her kids, and she said, I basically asked, do you know about the concept self-love? Is that a thing in Sweden? And my friend asked her kids, and they said, the kids said, yes, we have an idea of what that is, but not as much. Is it a big, and then the mom asked, is it a big thing in America?
Yeah. Oh, in America.
Right.
Okay.
So I thought it was interesting that you have an American teenager who dialed in. This was, and her, I'll just say it was her response, by the way, was very dialed in. It wasn't like, let me think about this and I'll get back to you 24 hours later. This was like right away. And then the younger generation in Sweden, they've heard of the concept. So that makes me think, okay, what's the difference? Like, what is there? Of course there's got to be self-love in Sweden,
Okay. So my take on this, the difference between America and Sweden is that we don't have to put a label on it in Sweden. I think, and again, I'm just talking from my point of view. When I grew up, self-love, I loved myself every single day. I love myself till today, and I'm 55. So, but it wasn't something that was not taught to me or talked to me about. It was just, I was just I just grew up in an environment where it was normal to take care of yourself, love yourself, do what's right for you. If it's not right for you, walk away, step away, move, whatever it was. So I don't, and again, this is from my point of view. I don't think it's needed to have a label on it in Sweden versus here in America, where you have to teach kids, teenagers, young adults to have self-love. I think it's a bigger thing, definitely here in America, than it is in Sweden, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it's interesting, right? I kind of think it's interesting. It's because in my mind, it's not like we don't have it in Sweden. But I would argue that it's not necessarily known as self-love. It's more self-acceptance, or just kind of, a little bit.
Talk to you about that when you were a kid?
Huh?
Did your parents ever talk to you about self-acceptance or self-love when you were a kid or a teenager or a young adult?
No.
Right. So my point is that I don't think it's something that people talk about, because
Right.
I think when I say it's ingrained in us, it's how we are brought up. It's how we are raised. It's how we live. I think it's just a natural thing of how, maybe I don't know if it's Scandinavians or Europeans, but I think we are more accepting of ourselves. And maybe I'm going to be bashed because of this, but I think Europeans are more self-accepting of ourselves than especially young adults and teenagers here in America. I really do.
What this is actually leading me to kind of explore another thing you said. Why do we need to name and label things in the US?
Good question. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, but it's a good question.
I do believe that it helps in a way, because it's the whole Brene Brown, name it to tame it. Do you know who Brene Brown is?
No.
Oh, I love her.
Okay.
You have to check out Brene Brown. She's like,
Self-help aisle?
What's that?
Self-help aisle?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
She kind of like sheds a light on, she's kind of like the shame doctor.
Okay.
She like removes shame and stigma. And so, as soon as you shed a light on something, then it just kind of helps remove shame. Right. And I'm pretty sure she came up with the phrase, name it to tame it. She's wonderful.
Okay. Got it.
But yeah,
I don't know. It's a very interesting question, because again, we talk about Swedes on the Loose because, obviously we left Sweden and we moved to America, and we have been ingrained in the American society, and we've accepted American society and American culture because that's just what you do to become part of society. But it's also interesting to see how different it is. Like, if you would have talked to me and I was still living in Sweden and you would have asked me what is self-love or self-care, I don't think I definitely could not give you an answer like your teenager did. For sure not. I would probably say, well, eat right, make sure you get enough sleep, and go outside. That's probably what I would have said. Again, I haven't lived in Sweden for a long time, but it would be interesting to get another Swede on our show, another Swede on the Loose in Sweden, who has been in Sweden their whole life and not left Sweden, and see what their point of view is for that.
I was almost thinking that my friend who I asked, I was wondering if she was going to kind of laugh at me a little bit and be like, what are you talking about? What are you on about?
Yeah.
But she didn't.
Okay.
So, Sweden could also have come a ways from where it was when we were little. But that's why I was curious to kind of hear what the younger generation in Sweden said. And so the concept was familiar. The concept of self-love was familiar to them, but really not much more than that, not as dialed in as the response I got from from a teenager. And it was, to be honest, it was one of a friend, a teenage friend who kind of runs in and out of the house. So you don't necessarily know them, but I was very proud.
Yeah, you should actually, and I don't know if that's breaking their trust, but you really should share that information with whoever this kid is, their parents, because they have brought up an incredible young woman. Honestly. I mean, that was amazing. So
yeah, I agree.
Maybe let me think about someone that I can drag into our show and have on our show that is not too granola. I call it granola because again, okay, so there we go. Granola for me is self-help and self-love here, because it's, taking care of yourself, making sure you do yoga, whatever it is, to read your self-help books for me. But let me find someone in Sweden that is not as granola and is more of a straight shooter, as in, I just live my life. This is how it is.
We should have asked Suzanne.
I know. Well, I mean, Suzanne has been in America for so long. She definitely knows about self-love.
She drinks the Kool-Aid. Yeah.
She definitely. And she stopped drinking. That's part of self-love, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And that she was making bad decisions. And anyway.
She's just making healthier ones now. So yeah.
So I don't think she would not have given us the opposite spectrum of what is self-love in Sweden. So
what about if you ask, so what if we ask an older generation, even in the US, like if you go, like if we were to ask Robert or somebody who, somebody here who is an older person, a wiser person, but kind of comes from a different background that hasn't had the self-help aisle necessarily and all that.
I think it depends on what generation they're from. Because the Woodstock generation, they're going to be all about self-love. The people before that, from the industrial age, they're going to be, what is self-love? We just worked so we could put food on the table. So I think it depends on what age group that you ask.
Yeah.
Like if I ask my dad and he's 87, he'd look at me like, self-love? What? What?
What are you talking about? Yeah.
And we brought home money so that we could feed the kids. It wasn't like, ooh, like that. And I'm not saying self-love is, ooh, I'm not saying that.
But to them it is.
Right. And I think that asking different generations from different countries is actually not a bad idea. So, wow, this became a topic. This became a rabbit hole really quickly.
But, and I don't even think, like, how would you even, not that we're going to launch into Swedish here, but how would you even ask that question in Swedish?
Oh, I don't know.
It's not self-respect.
Okay. I'll say
self-love is part, self-respect is part of self-love.
You just shut me down. Freya told you too. What the hell?
She told me off. Yeah. I'm sorry. I won't do that.
Self-respect. I guess self-respect is different. Well, I think if I think of self-love is self-respect as well. I think
it's part of it. It goes hand in hand.
Right. But self-love in Swedish, självkärlek, I don't think you can't even translate it like that.
No, that's what like acceptance.
Love yourself, love thyself.
Love thy neighbor. I think it was.
Right. That's my version of it. That shows you love thyself, not your neighbor. This is Wyoming. Shoot people before they even enter the property.
That's how it is in Wyoming.
We don't dial 911. We just deal with the problem ourselves. I think I told you that. And you saw it when you came up here that we have neighbors that have signs on their gates that says we don't dial 911. And
exactly
problem themselves. So
I was just thinking that's funny.
A little bit different, but it's a different world, isn't it? But no, I think it would be interesting to see what the Swede, a really normal, whatever normal means, really normal Swede. Yeah, Svensson, what they think about what self-love is, or how would you describe self-love?
On what age?
Good question. That's a good question. I have to think about that because my age, I think they're going to give you the same answer as I give you, which is take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Make sure you're happy, not just on the outside, but happy on the inside as well, in your heart and your soul. And I always say, if you put your head on your pillow at night and you feel that you've done something good, either you helped someone or you solved the problem for someone, or you did something good for yourself, it's a good day.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes any sense. So
yeah. Yep. No, it just makes me
dig as well to see if you have someone that you could talk to.
I know. I'm even thinking, like, do we have another nationality that we can ask? Another, non-American, non-Swedish.
I know people around the world that we could ask, but again, I mean, they're our age, so not younger and not much older. I mean, a couple of years older, but I don't think that makes a difference. But it would be interesting. So for you listeners and people that are watching, what does self-love mean for you? And how do you define self-love? And what do you do to make sure that you give yourself self-love? I mean, what do you do? Do you walk down the self-help aisle like Sandra and listen to podcasts?
Well, okay, let me clarify that I actually don't live in the self-help aisle anymore. I have those tools in my tool belt because I did live there for a long time.
Right.
And I also don't think that self-love is necessarily something that you check off your to-do list and then have it done. I think that I happen to be in a good place right here, right now, this very moment. And I think there are a lot of different, it's an equation or a formula that can kind of shift a little bit. But I'm just kind of enjoying the stability of that in my person and myself. But yeah, and it's not necessarily that I take a bath every night, which I don't, but it's not self-care or like going to yoga every day or doing, it's kind of, for me, it's more making good decisions over a longer period of time which allows me to feel good about myself. And kind of going back up to what you were saying, it just allows me to put my head on my pillow at night, feeling at peace.
Right.
So yoga is part of it, but yeah.
That's super important, because if you don't, and then you have not failed yourself, but it makes you feel so much better if you do something that makes you feel good and you enjoy doing. I mean, they're old saying, we always talk about sayings on this show that, where do they all come from? But, love what you do and do what you love. It's so true.
Yeah.
And me, that is very true. I mean, and being a personal assistant that fulfills me so much. And I love doing that.
Okay, wait, I have a question now.
Okay.
I heard this expression, and I actually don't know what this means, really. The path to hell is filled with good intentions. Isn't that how it goes?
Oh, I don't know. Hey, Siri, what does the path to hell is filled with good intentions mean? Let's see what she says.
The proverb, the road to hell is paved with good intentions,
means even if one has good intentions, their actions might still lead to bad outcomes.
This is from twomanenglish.com.
If I like that. The proverb, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. It means that even if one has good intentions, their actions might still lead to bad decisions. Oh, I get that. So just if your intentions are good, your actions can still lead to bad decisions.
Intentions are only half the battle. You have to execute, like follow through with action. Yeah. Acta non verba, Christina.
What's that?
Acta non verba.
Oh, there you go. Oh my goodness. Wow. You're all intelligent today.
I drink the Kool-Aid.
Oh, okay. Got it. I like it. So yeah. Okay. Well, no, I think we should find out. And maybe if we know someone in our realm that is a psychologist or psychiatrist, I don't know really. It would be interesting to talk to someone who help people to. So I have, going back to Sweden. So one of my dearest friends, Camilla, she is a coach, a kind of a life coach. And she's incredible. And I would love to talk to her about this, but I know what she's going to say because she's all about that, right? I mean, in her opinion, that's how you grow and that's how you overcome obstacles, et cetera, et cetera. But it would just be interesting because she's educated in this stuff and she's obviously done a lot of training and she coaches people on a daily basis. So it wouldn't be bad to ask her to see, how does she coach people? And she coaches people all around the world, not just Sweden. So
oh, that would be great. Let's have her on. Let's definitely have her on. And we have another fun
ask
guest.
her first. Camilla, do you want to be on the show?
Yeah, now we've asked her. Hi, Camilla. Would you like to be on the show?
Yes. She's the one who had the puppies this summer. She had the cutest puppies. She had 12 Havanese puppies. Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
Oh, I could have taken every single one of them.
That's what mom and dad had. They had
so cute.
Scout. He was a Havanese.
Oh, he was a cute dog.
We almost ended up with a puppy here. Somebody at the barn. Well, okay. So Abby's fiance, who is he works at I think it's Chaparral Equine, or I forget.
Yeah.
So somebody from that vet practice picked up a dog, like a 3-month-old dog, from the side of the road, and they were super cute, kind of a little res dog with blue eyes, really cute. But I don't want another dog right now.
I want many more.
Would you like one?
Oh, absolutely. But it needs to come to me, meaning I see it and I take it. It's not like I'm seeking it out, but we have a local rescue called Lucky's, and it's a dog and cat rescue. And they're just down the street from me. I drive by it almost every day. And they post on Facebook, and sometimes I need fosters for puppies or kittens. And I'm very, very, very tempted because I know I will be a foster.
You're going to end up with, that was the thing. Vivi wanted me to just take this dog on as a foster, and I'm just gone too much for that to be a real, smart thing to do right now. No, I'll fall in love with the dog, want to keep it. And it's just so simple right now that if I have to travel, I can leave the dog with mom and dad, the cat with Matt, and then, I'm set.
Yep. No, I get it. I mean, finding a dog sitter for 5 dogs, that's a challenge. I can tell you. So, but I would, 5 dogs or 10 dogs really doesn't make a difference. It's just more barking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
More poop and more food. So,
yeah. Well, having 5 dogs. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it really is pouring down.
Nice. Oh, I'm so lucky. You're so lucky. I'm happy for you. Make sure it doesn't flood anything because Phoenix is not built for rain.
No, it's not. I mean, we've had flash flood warnings all day. The phones have been going, going off every 15, 30 minutes with little emergency alerts. And I'm hoping that Charlie's not driving down in Tempe, which I'm sure he'll be fine. But that's the thing. People don't realize that flash floods happen in the cities too. It's not just out in the rural areas.
100%, especially under the bridges when the road goes under the overbridge. What do you guys? I know overbridge. That was a weird word. So what are you guys doing this weekend?
Tonight we're probably going to I picked up the Trader Joe's pizza dough, the garlic herb pizza dough. So we're going to make some pizza at home, I think. And then we're going to watch a movie on Disney Plus called Out of My Mind, which is a book that Mia just finished reading at school.
Oh, cool.
Did I tell you about this? It's the storyline. It's kind of cool because it's a little different. The storyline is a girl who has cerebral palsy and she's nonverbal until she gets a speaker or a talker or whatever. Yeah. And then she's able to communicate with her classroom. And then the kind of book. And I believe Jennifer Aniston is the voice of the girl with cerebral palsy.
Oh, what did you say? Out of My Mind?
Out of.
Did you hear that? Thunder.
Uh-huh.
That was awesome.
Yeah, you guys, it's Out of My Mind. So if you are looking for a different storyline, and I'm sure it's probably kind of sappy, I don't know, I haven't seen it, but I just love that different abled bodies are being represented
That's-
all over. So
It's beautiful.
super cool. Yeah. So we're going to do that tonight. And then if the arena is still dry enough tomorrow, then Vivi's going to go to the barn, and I'm getting my new couch put together on Sunday, which is monumental.
Congratulations. That deserves another celebratory reaction.
Yeah. Do I get that?
Here we go.
Woohoo! New couch. Woohoo! Yeah. So that's exciting. But that's pretty much it. That's what sorry about that.
It's all right. Good. I hope it stops raining so you can actually get out into the barn and go riding, or at least Viv can.
Yeah. We'll see. Usually the arena up there is pretty good. Like it doesn't get impacted much by the weather.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For some reason, they fare well compared to a lot of other barns. And Abby explained it. It's because, like, for example, barns that have been around for a longer period of time in the city, for kind of like Smoke Tree, I guess, they have so many horses and they've been there for so many years. Their grounding is so tread on that it's really low. And so therefore they don't, it's so compact. It doesn't, the water doesn't flush out. It just stays. So it takes a longer period of time for that to dry up.
There's Freya.
Yeah, are you a little bit worried about all this rain, Freya? Freya?
Okay.
She didn't want to talk about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
But yeah, and then I'm having mom and dad, and I think Sophia and the kids are coming over for a little while on Sunday.
Sitting on your new couch?
Well, I just invited everybody over for an easy hot dog lunch, which is also kind of a Swedish thing. It sounds kind of weird in English when I say it. Like, I'm just going to have people over for hot dogs. But yeah, just the point was just to get together and not have like a big, complicated lunch.
No, but that's awesome. You're so lucky you have your family that close to you. I wish I could just invite my brother and his family and my dad and just have dog lunch. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Far away. So,
well, I know they are far away, but you are good about kind of getting to connecting with them overall. I know you talk to your dad every day, which is amazing. And then you have them. I mean, I feel like you guys see each other a couple times a year.
we try. No, for sure. At least once a year. And then, and yesterday I got a phone call because my bestie at home, Caroline, she's my Icelandic pony girl. We are just peas in a pods. And I found on Instagram, of all places, it was a mug with expressions about flowers, and you could pick it. And it was 2 flowers. You could pick 2 flowers, and they wrote your name at the stem. And then it was a month flower, and it was just beautiful, beautiful design. And it was cute. And the quote that I chose was, "If you were a flower, I'd pick you." And so I ordered it, and I had to ship to her directly in Sweden. So she got it yesterday. And she's just bawling. She's like, "Oh, this," because it was really just been a rough couple of days. And but so my point is, when things like that happen, I really wish I was closer. I really wish I was just getting myself on a bicycle and just go over for a cup of tea and just hang out with my buddies. But we do it via Zoom instead. We have to do it via Zoom. That's just how it works. That's good. Thank God for technology. I remember when I lived in Switzerland 100 years ago, I was faxing with my parents. And they had
you used to fax them?
I used to fax them, yeah, because faxing was such a fun thing. So I would fax them from work, and my mom loved to send me fax messages, and she would put her face in the fax machine. She would mom was just, oh my gosh, she was so funny. And they did it on thermal paper. So after a year or two, because my dad always kept paper, he always kept the faxes, they were just disintegrated. They just faded away. So
oh my gosh,
came onto real paper. But yeah, so
do you remember when people used to send telegrams? I remember at weddings and stuff, it would be like, so and so could do. Really?
Still do, yeah.
You
because
said
it's such a novelty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's a different rabbit hole, but
different rabbit. Different rabbit hole. I can't speak today. Different rabbit hole.
it's
Yep.
Friday.
I've been talking a lot today, and it's five minutes. I gotta go. I gotta go to dinner, so it's a short one today. Hopefully we can get some longer episodes. But let's think about who you want to invite, not just when it comes to this, but I would love to bring some more guests on because I really enjoyed having Cecilia, Annika, and Suzanne on the show. Because it brings me a lot of information. I learn something new every time, and I learn about how they feel about moving home and stuff like that. So,
Suzanne's mentor that she mentioned that she connected us with,
yes.
We are going to have her on. So
did she say yes?
She did. So
no.
don't say who it is. I mean,
no, I won't. But that's huge.
Yeah. So she's in California next week. I don't know where she might even live there full time. I'm not sure. But I suggest that, we have her on maybe on Friday. So next Friday.
This?
Huh?
You tell me this?
I thought you were on that email thread. Maybe she just responded to me.
No, I was on the text message thread between you, me, and Suzanne, but not.
I thought because Suzanne did an email, the intro with her and me and you, and maybe I don't know.
I don't think so. But either way, I am so excited. I can't speak to this woman.
Yeah. No, she's got some good stuff.
Yeah.
You guys, can you hear this? This is lovely.
Thunder is right above your house. If it's that loud, the thunder is right there and the crack is right there. That's awesome. I'm surprised you're still
here. I know.
Look at Freya. Freya's like, I'm not so sure about this. It's all right. I can't say her name too much because my dogs will go batshit crazy.
Yeah. Well, I think I have to go sort out a minor emergency. I think there's a credit card missing somewhere.
Okay.
So I will go sort that out.
Look under the bed.
Right. Yeah.
Or under the couch. It's usually where it is. Or in the couch cushions. That's usually where it is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've found them there many times.
I know.
But okay. Well, it's always good to see you. Thanks for being patient with me today as I was running a little bit late. But
glad we made this happen today. Have a great weekend. Thanks everyone for listening. We are growing and we are getting more listeners. We're so excited. Yeah.
Yeah. So, thanks for being here. Spread the word.
Yeah. And interact with us. We would love to interact with you guys and give us some feedback and, the good, the bad, the ugly, give it all. And just, Instagram, Facebook, and now also YouTube. So check us out. Awesome.
Sounds good. We'll see you next time. Hej då.